Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, back again with me, Winata. Here I will explain the 6 materials in science tech. Okay, let's go straight to the material. The first material was about noun phrases. What do you know about noun phrases? Yup, the definition of a noun phrase is a group of words that work together to make a noun more specific or clear, with the noun being the head or the point, and there are modifiers or explanatory words. For example, man, the mysterious man in black. So, man is the head, while the mysterious in black is the modifier. Next, there are noun phrase components. Noun phrases are generally made up of several components, including the first, head. This is the main noun in the phrase. For example, in the phrase, the big dog, the word dog is the head. The second, determiner, a word that precedes a noun to show quantity or possession, such as a, the, my, or some. For example, the cat, a book. The third, modifier, an adjective or phrase that provides additional information about the noun. For example, in the phrase, the tall building, tall is a modifier that explains more about building. The fourth, prepositional phrases. Sometimes noun phrases can also include prepositional phrases that provide additional context. For example, the book on the table. For more details, we go to noun phrase example. Here are some examples of noun phrases in sentences. Number 1. The quick brown fox. Here, fox is the head. The is the determiner and quick brown in the modifier. The last, a beautiful painting in the gallery. Painting is the head, is the determiner, and beautiful and in gallery are modifiers. Finally, there are the functions of noun phrases in sentences. Noun phrases can function in various roles in a sentence, such as the subject, the tall man is running. As an object, I saw the tall man. As a compliment, this is the tall man. So, by understanding noun phrases, we can build more complex and informative sentences in English. Next, we enter the second material, namely adjective phrase. What is the adjective phrases? Adjective phrases are groups of words that function as adjectives in sentences. An adjective phrase can consist of just one adjective or a combination of an adjective and another word, such as an adverb or a noun. The main purpose of an adjective phrase is to provide additional information about the noun or pronoun in the sentence. The structure of an adjective phrase. An adjective phrase usually consists of an adjective, a word that gives a trait or characteristic. Modifier, a word that clarifies or gives more information about the adjective, such as an adverb or prepositional phrase. For example, structure, singular adjective, it's heavy. Adjective phrase, it's very heavy, where very is a modifier that strengthens the adjective heavy. For example of adjective phrase usage. Number 1. In a simple sentence, the bright red car is mine. Here, bright red is an adjective phrase that describes car. Number 2. In complex sentences, she wore a dress that was extremely beautiful. Extremely beautiful is an adjective phrase that gives more information about dress. There are also functions of adjective phrase. Adjective phrases function to explain or describe a noun or pronoun in a sentence. Provide additional details that help the reader or listener understand better about the subject being talked about. Next, we enter the third material, which is verb phrases. What is it? Verb phrases? Verb phrases are groups of words consisting of one or more verbs that function as predicates in sentences. Verb phrases can include main verbs and auxiliary verbs that help form tenses, aspects, and voice in sentences. Verb phrase usually consists of two main components. Main verb. These are verbs that show action or state. For example, run. Auxiliary verbs. These are verbs that are used together with the main verb to form tenses, questions, or negative sentence. For example, main verb with auxiliary verbs is running. So, verb phrases are an important element in English sentence structure. Understanding how verb phrases work and their structure helps us to form correct and effective sentences. By using verb phrases correctly, we can convey information clearly and accurately in daily communication. Next, enter material, the first, namely adverbial phrases. Definition of adverbial phrases. Adverbial phrases are groups of words that function as a verb in sentence. They provide additional information about a verb, adjective, or another adverb. Adverbial phrases can explain how, when, where, and why an action is performed. Adverbial phrases can be of several types and their structure varies depending on the type of phrase used. Number 1. Adverb phrase consists of only one adverb or a combination of adverbs and other modifiers. For example, very quickly. 2. Prepositional phrase start with a prepositional and is followed by an object or noun and a modifier. For example, in the morning. 3. Infinitive phrase start with the infinitive form of the verb. For example, to win the game. The last gerund phrase start with the ground form, a verb that functions as a noun. For example, running in the park. So, adverbial phrases are important components in English sentences that provide more details about an action, state, or manner. By understanding and using adverbial phrases appropriately, we can create sentences that are more informative and clear. This helps us communicate effectively in a variety of contexts, both spoken and written. The next material is about prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases are groups of words that begin with a prepositional and are followed by the object of the preposition, which is usually a noun or pronoun. Prepositional phrases serve to provide additional information in a sentence such as location, time, direction, or manner. So, using the right prepositional phrases will improve our communication skills both in speaking or writing. The last material is noun clauses. Definition of noun clauses. Noun clauses are a type of clause that functions as a noun in a sentence. They can function as subject, object, or complement in sentence. Noun clauses usually begin with a subordinating conjunction such as that, if, or whether, and can contain a subject and predicate on their own. The basic structure of noun clauses usually consists of number 1. Subordinating conjunction. A word that introduces the noun clause such as that, if, whether, who, what, where, when, and why. The last subject and predicate. Noun clauses can have a complement, subject, and predicate. Noun clause. For example, that she will come. That is an introductory word. She is the subject and will come is the predicate. For example of using noun clauses. A subject. What you said is very interesting. In this example, what you said serves as the subject of the sentence. As object, I believe that he is telling the truth. Here, that he is telling the truth functions as the object of the verb believe. As a complement, the problem is whether we can finish on time. In this example, whether we can finish on time function as the complement of the noun problem. So guys, noun clauses allow you to express idea and information in a more detailed and effective way. So guys, do you understand, right? I hope you understand about the material. Maybe that's all from me. I'm Puas. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.